What is the deal, 300? This is your boy Shaka, and I am back with another video. Hey, 300, you already know who this is, man. This is your boy Shaka, the Urban Philosopher, and I just wanted to share my thoughts with you all very quickly. So, you all, I was going through, YouTube, Black YouTube, and one thing about me is I subscribe to various news outlets across the nation, primarily where we are at the most. And so, I'm getting stories left and right as far as current events. Today, I came across a story out of Atlanta, speaking on a young lady by the name of Imani Bell. Okay. Now, Imani Bell was a athlete, and I believe she was in high school. She passed away in 2019, August 13th, and it was from heat exhaustion, I believe. On a very hot day, that was a very hot day, they had coaches taking these kids through certain conditioning drills and things like that. And I believe that she was forced to take the stairs, and that was really, what took things over the edge. And she was rushed to the hospital, but she eventually had passed away. And so 2 years later, yet again on August 3rd, right around August 13th, which I'm not gonna go real deep, but that is a very unique number, 13. But they're bringing this back to surface, okay? They're making everything public. They are moving forward with prosecuting the coaches. You know what I'm saying? But why is this being made public? Okay? That is why I'm making this video today. All right? Because it is my belief that they're making this public again. They're bringing it to surface, and it's gaining traction in national news, because they got plans for this whole thing here. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a short clip. It's like 15 seconds, 14 seconds, something like that, of one of the family's lawyers, Chris Stewart. Okay. And so listen to what he has to say, and I'll be right back.
Which is sad in itself. This case is history making, and it is bigger than just this situation. Imani Bell's name will now stand for change in sports across this country.
Okay, so as y'all can see, he's pretty much going on record to say that, this case is going to mean something for how, coaches at the community level, in my opinion, go about coaching children all over the nation. Okay? And in my opinion, I believe that is code word, meaning that how coaches go about coaching children in the so-called black community. Okay? And so that is why we got to speak on that, because we got to keep an eye on certain things, all right? We got to make sure that whatever changes go down, ideally, what should happen, you know what I'm saying? Whatever changes that go down, our community, okay, it has to stay within the judgment of our community, all right? Because if it doesn't, basically what's going to happen is it's just going to be used for agenda purposes. And in my opinion, it's going to be used to damper down the competitive edge in sports. You know what I'm saying? That, kids out of our community have. You know what I'm saying? It's really going to come down to dictating more on who's going to make it and who is not. Because it is my opinion that coaches at the ground level, whether it's typically in so-called black high schools, dominant high schools, community centers, and the parents, they don't get a lot of credit for the role that they play in a lot of these talented athletes' lives. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, they skip over all that and they want to tell you about how the so-called white coach was just this important figure in the person's life, and they ignore a lot of what that child went through before they came to the coach. Okay? Most of the time, a lot of these kids were already being conditioned before they even came to the coach, and the coach just kind of had it a lot easier. All right? And that's just real. Oftentimes by the community, or a part of the community that believe that they can make it. Okay? And if we are not careful, okay, with this situation, whatever the rules that they might apply, you know what I'm saying, or pass or anything, that could disrupt that. Okay? And that could place our athletes that come out of our community at a serious disadvantage. All right? And that's just real, man. And this is why, in my opinion, this is something to speak on, you know what I'm saying, at the time, especially when we look at how they are doing sports today. Okay? They are diversifying these leagues more than ever, man. Okay? This is possible by way of changing the rules and regulations in sports. You know what I'm saying? To suit other groups who would otherwise, they'd be at a competitive disadvantage for real, And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to speak on that very quickly, man. I believe that this is something that, we really have to pay attention to, because just on a bigger scale, I'm going to do this about entertainment too, but they are displacing us in many outlets where we were pretty much the go-to people. We were the dominant people, okay, in these avenues and stuff like that. And we're strategically being removed, whether it's entertainment, sports, or whatever, man. And I just think that we seriously need to pay attention to what's going on. You dig? And so that's pretty much why I said that. And then at the end of the day, RIP to that sister. Because like I said, we need to keep work on trying to keep a lot of these judgments within our community. You know what I'm saying? And what needs to be done afterwards. All right? So I'm not saying that these coaches should not have been held accountable for something that they did. You know what I'm saying? Based on what was said, there could have been a change. There could have been something different, offered to these kids that would have ensured that they were a lot more safer. So I'm not saying that they don't deserve discipline. But what I'm saying is we got to pay attention to how they are going about things, because most of the time when they do pass agendas that set us back and put them forward, it's by way of us dying or something like that, being murdered. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's by the hands of them or us. But they will use these certain situations to cherry pick them in order to pass all these other different types of legislation that puts more power in their hand by way of rule and regulation, and takes a lot of power out of our hand. Okay? And that's a disadvantage for us. So, yeah, but if y'all read about this story or whatever, go ahead and drop your comments in the comment section below. And let a brother know what y'all think, you know what I'm saying, about this whole situation. Like or dislike, you know what I'm saying? But most definitely, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, just in case I drop something that you might like. Anyway, y'all, this is your boy Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I am out.